Well, it is all nice and decent, slip with the crew. This is Mr. Cat and Sugar Ray riding through. Spread your love and fly, fly. Spread your love and fly, fly. Spread your love and fly, fly. Spread your love and fly, fly.
All around the world, statues crumble for me. Who knows how long I've loved you?
What we say?
Everywhere I go, people stop and they say, 25 years old, my mother, God rest her soul.
Lord of mercy.
I just wanna fly.
Where you want?
Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna fly.
Where you want? Where you try? Where you want?
Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby.
Here. Well, spread your love and fly. Yo me, oh my, spread your love and fly. Yo me for I, spread your love and fly.
Dance a little stranger. Show me where you've been.
Say what?
Love can make you hostage. Wanna do it again?
Word.
There's no time to think about the starting or the end.
Never.
We'll find out, I'm told. My mother, she told me so.
Yeah, you hear that?
I just wanna fly.
Higher, high.
Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna fly.
I come burning on the sky up so
Put
high.
your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just
Girl, you wing and fly. Where you want? Where you? Me love you, baby girl, and me not tell no lie. And them way you me love you, water come on me eye. Just like a eagle in the air and a fly. Me not go love the girl, I'm go tell her bye bye. And grow your wing and fly. Spread your love and fly. Chiquitita on the borderline.
all around the world, statues crumble for me. Who knows how long I've loved you?
Imagine.
Everyone I know's been so good to me.
You hear that?
25
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the Peanut Gallery is working on figuring out the assassination attempt. No contemplating the RNC. No why did the Secret Service fail. No Joe Biden has dropped out of the race. No the implications of the head of the Secret Service resigning. No Kamala is the new candidate. All of this in the last 10 days. Is Billy Joel writing a new song? You see, I get that reference, Peanut, and a lot of other people aren't going to. Yeah, I hate we didn't start the fire. I hate that song. You did that just for me. Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth Mark. If you can't find it, well, you're just not very good at the internet. Currently, this show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, and yes, Caroline, if it is not July 23rd, 2024, the year of the Wood Dragon, then you are listening to a rerun. Don't forget that this show can be found on BitChute and Brighteon, Rockfin, and Rumble. YouTube is not the end of Flat Earth. It is only the beginning. Quote of the day is like these two things. Ready? In 2024, Biden will replicate what LBJ did in 1968. Who said that? Me.
Mark Sargent.
I said it in a video.
It is on your channel. There's a video.
July 4th, I posted that video with the LBJ thing. We'll talk about that for a bit. And the other one, which I came up with, is every time I think I've seen it all, the world shows me I haven't. Because what do we know? I may have called that one, but it just gets weird. My co-host is the one, the only, Patricia Lynn Steere. Hey, Patricia.
Hi, I'm doing really well, and I am unburdened by what has been.
Wow, nice. See, I don't think I could have recited that one. That's good. Oh, lots to talk about, but first let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. Hey, Patricia, being that nobody likes you, it must be hard to find Flat Earth friends. Do you know an easy way to find cool people like yourself and solid info about our stationary, horizontal, level plane?
Well, the first thing I did was I tried tying a stake around my neck, and since I'm vegan, that didn't work out well for me. So instead, I got the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app that DITRH has created for all of you. So, and me and everyone. Just download it from wherever you download things and enjoy it. The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Find it in a flat area near you, like perhaps your phone.
You know what? I'm not going to even add to that. Watch the feature video every day for 2 weeks and see what happens to be the best $2.99 you've ever spent. Oh, so sleepy. And because it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast, it's time to say goodnight to one of our listeners, Paige. She's just put on her George of the Jungle pajamas, got a cup of cocoa with exactly 6 tiny marshmallows, and will probably listen to the playback in the morning. Good night, Paige. You know what I really should do? I should play, that song that na 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 na. I got to find a little clip of that, played with a harp or a little bell. That'd be kind of fun.
But then it would make us all fall asleep. So maybe not.
Yeah, some people fall asleep during this show anyway. I know Paige does.
Right.
Shout outs obviously to Flat Earthers, Stephen Carpenter of the Deftones. Support the Flat Earth cause and get the coolest hoodies ever. Go to the strong.family, won't you? And pick up some merch. Yes, Peanut says lullaby. Yeah, I got to, you know what, before next week, I'm going to see if I can find a way to add that in. Also, shout out to...
We could just hum it for you while you do it.
You know what?
Mm-hmm. 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 Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da. Should I do guitar and drums?
No.
Okay.
No, you're killing me. Shout out to ZULUONE, longtime listener of the show, for doing a simulcast stream on his channel, also called ZULUONE. Mailbag.
In all caps. In all caps.
Oh, boy. Let's rip through these mailbags. Okay, got a custom-made postcard from Daryl. Daryl sent me a custom-made postcard on stock paper. Very,
nice.
very cool.
Wait, hold it the other way. I want to see what that is. What is that?
He calls it Black Rock Betty.
Very interesting. Yeah. Black Rock in the news recently, so that works out quite well.
Yeah. Also got a letter from William Swords, and he sent me in his own words, a Flat Earth needlepoint drink coaster. Says it takes him 20 hours to make this damn thing.
Wow.
And so I'm going to use it. It actually fits perfectly over there. I am going to use this thing immediately. So thank you for that, William. Thank you for the
Are
nice.
you not drinking wine anymore? I know you lost weight and then.
No, not during the show.
Oh, not during the show.
Well, no, I haven't been really drinking much anyway.
Right.
So, but no, I haven't drank during the show for years. So,
Right.
Okay, let's get the books out of the way. Christian Sanchez, for a longtime listener and friend of the show, sent me a bunch of books. Okay, let's bunch through them. Rich Dad, Poor Dad: What the Rich Teach Their Kids About Money That the Poor and the Middle Class Do Not. Okay. Yeah. You can see that very well. Let's see. No Excuses: Fitness Workout by Harvey Walden IV.
Who's probably dead now.
Yeah, probably from something he probably caught suddenly.
Or just exercise.
Saucers and the Illuminati by Jim Keith. We're going to rip through these. We got a lot of books. Anti-Gravity Propulsion: Tesla, UFOs, and Classified Aerospace Technology. Really cool, right?
That is cool.
That's a thick book. But we're not done. Suppressed Inventions and Other Discoveries by Jonathan Eisen. That's another thick book.
Wow.
Yep. It keeps going. Secrets in the Fields. Crop Circles. Yeah, crop circle book. Very nice.
I don't think they're real, but that's all I've got to say. But go ahead.
We'll talk about that another time. Tesla, Man Out of Time. And that is one of 4 Tesla books I received. Harnessing the Wheelwork of Nature, Tesla's Science of Energy.
Did he really even exist?
Tesla? I believe he did. I don't think he was supposed to be here, though. I think he was a hacker. I think he cheated. I don't know how he got into this world. Nikola Tesla Autobiography. This is a hardbound book with some nice...
Very nice. Gold leaf.
Yes. And finally, Tesla, the Wizard of Electricity. And the last of the books is a very thick book. You thought that Kurt Cobain did it from Nirvana first? Nope. They stole that from the collected works of Jim Morrison, because all the great singers are poets and they write down all their stuff. That is a thick book. Everything Jim Morrison ever wrote that they could publish. And let's rip through the DVDs real fast. Clint Eastwood, Gran Torino, which
That was a good film at the time. I really liked it.
and
What about you?
it was supposed to be his last, by the way. It was like, oh, I'm done making movies. Nope, he lied. He took the money, made more movies. Gatsby.
You know what? Maybe Gran Torino, if I were to watch it again, had a bunch of woke stuff in it. I'm not really sure, but I remember at the time I really liked it.
Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio. Personally, I like the Robert Redford version better, but I like Robert
Yes,
Redford.
me too.
Yeah.
120%. Yes.
American History X with Edward Norton. Controversial movie about white supremacy in Los Angeles during the late 1980s, I believe, or early 90s. V for Vendetta, a vehicle for Natalie Portman. Very cool. Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, if you're a horror fan, and I know Christian is because he sent me a whole bunch of horror movies. Last 2, yet another copy, because remember, he buys these a lot from Amazon grouping. This is the Dark Knight best superhero movie. That's the Heath Ledger version with done by Christopher Nolan. And then he followed that up with Inception. Probably, I think, his finest work before he got weird.
Oh yeah, that is good. I've got that one.
Yeah. Then he made Tenet. It's like, okay, let's do Inception, but we'll put it on crack.
Yeah, but it's kind of good because it reminded me of a recent event that happened
Yeah?
where there's similar circumstances, which we probably can't talk about. But yeah,
Probably not. Meetups. Let's do meetups really fast, and then we'll
and I'll say hi to a few people. So
after we do meetups. So first meetup is going to be July 27th. And no, you know what? I'm going to do the one by Jesse. Jesse says his next meetup will be Saturday, August 10th from 6 to 9 at McNelly's, South City, 7031 South Zurich Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma. You can RSVP Jesse by calling him 781-857-9175 or email him at 300kmileprius@gmail.com. Okay, we have...
they look very proud in those FE shirts.
Always does. Wisconsin meetup, July 27th. That promo's on my channel. Minnesota, July 27th. That meetup's on my channel. Fat Earth meetup, West UK, July 30th. Live with Dave Murphy. He will be there. Flat Earth, Utah, Stargazing Campout Fireside Jamboree, August 2nd through the 4th. That one's on my channel. Truth and Freedom Conference, August 10th, with Austin Whitsitt, Justin Harvey, Matt Long. They will all be there. Flat Earth Meetup, Atlantic City, New Jersey, with a whole bunch of people. I think ZULUONE's going to be there. September 13th, Flattoberfest, Spartanburg, South Carolina, September 27th through the 29th. You can find that at flatearthfestivals.com. And a big meetup, October 12th in Kansas. Patricia.
All right. And now to me. Hello to Jason Ray and USD 25674 and Awakened Mind. Hey there. Julius Dream, Boston Ray Mudflood Adventures, Kevin Rafferty, and ZULUONE and Ms. Perspective, Half Tater. Also want to say hi to Vax Wax and somebody, Arwen is here as well, and a guy named Ken, True Earth, Exo, Nico, Steve Windorf, and I saw somebody else. Lord Racer is here. I'm scrolling to try to find the name. Quaalude Charlie. That's what I was looking for. And there's a bunch of other people in here too. DJ New Moon, Steve. I already mentioned Steve. Life Matrix is here, and everyone else who I don't have time to read. Hi.
Wow.
Thanks for being here.
That's awfully nice. Thank you everyone for coming in. And a lot has happened in the last 10 days.
Really? What's happened? It seems rather boring. Nothing really happening.
You know, it's feast or famine, and right now it's feast, and I think it's going to be basically feast until the rest of the year.
I think we're going to slow down right now. I think we're going to be in a boring slowdown period a little bit.
Wow.
I mean, a short period.
I don't think so.
Everything really got really heated up really quickly.
So,
and I was thinking, about the event, I don't know how much we can say, the Trump event,
the assassination attempt? No, we can talk about it. Absolutely, we can.
As long as you say we can say that, we'll say it.
Let's do it.
I was thinking that possibly some of the footage that we see wasn't filmed there live. It was filmed elsewhere. And I also think that Trump engaged in a bunch of NLP by neuro-linguistic programming by saying that there was lots and lots of blood on his hand when there was not a drop of it, but making people believe that there was. There's so many things about it that if you keep looking at the footage again and again and again, aside from we get nothing where the ear event occurred, we don't get to see that at all from anybody. And many people had cell phones, and many people were in that area. Yep. It just all falls apart. However, on the website stoplookthink.com and on, I believe, BitChute or Rumble, or maybe all of the formats or all of the places, there's a video that's up that DITRH put out. And like I said, stoplookthink.com. Yep. It's a really, really good video, and it just came out today, July 23rd, that really breaks down everything, and I encourage you to go look at it.
What I can tell you, because we have a limited amount of time for this first segment, but
and a limited amount of ways we can say things without getting in trouble.
Well, no, we can actually, because again, yes. Oh wow, where can I go with this?
You can't say no one bit the dust.
No, we can't. Yeah, we can't say anything about no one dying. However,
I didn't even know you could say the word die. So
you know what? Let's roll the dice. Why not?
All right.
So here's my current take on it. First off, I want to get out again on record. I put the LBJ thing out there because if that happened, and I was really, really sure it was going to, then the rest of the plan was going to unfold. I'm pretty sure the way it's going to. How confident? Mm-hmm. And by the way, I knew it was going to be on Sunday because...
Yes, you did, because we talked on the phone, and you told me that.
Because he did it on a Sunday. LBJ did. That's why I said he's going to replicate what happened back in 1968. He did it on a Sunday. Joe Biden did it on a Sunday. And they waited until the last possible Sunday they could, because had they waited until this coming Sunday, it'd be August, because August is kicking in here really, really quick. And then he would have been criticized for waiting too long. He waited too long anyway, but it really doesn't matter. What happens now, I have pretty high confidence. How high confidence would you say? The same confidence I had after I saw Taylor Swift attend her second Chiefs game in the Skybox. The second time she showed up in the Skybox, even though we hadn't gotten to the playoffs yet, I was like, oh, okay, the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. because I knew they were going to do this cross marketing. They were going to tie her in. So at the very least, I've watched, like you, I have watched a lot of videos on both sides. I've watched them from red team setup, and I've watched them from blue team setup. And I've watched the assassination on both sides of the fence. And what that event did was it polarized the country even more. So red team now believes that blue team was in on it, and they have elevated Trump in some circles to a religious status. You know, again, divine intervention, that whole thing. Blue team, on the other hand, is now divided into two camps. One think that, they're disappointed because it didn't turn out the way they wanted it. And the other side, which is sad, and the other side think that it was completely staged by the Trump and the people around him. And after analyzing footage, huge amounts of footage from both sides, I'm going, everybody was in on it. It seems like.
Yeah, I agree.
So because at the highest level, I still believe they are trying to tear the United States down from the inside. And so
just look at the ISS. Who's up there? Every country at one time or another, right?
Right.
Look at all the space programs. It's every country, especially these days, what is all, of course, not actually occurring, but, they're saying that it does. Everyone at the top level is always in on everything, even if they pretend to be enemies.
Right. So let's get the obvious out of the way, something Peanut had to remind me, which was since the director of the Secret Service resigned today after just a scathing, from both sides of the aisle, just came after her. And
I feel bad for her because in a way, since this is all staged and set up, and it doesn't seem like she knows that. Don't. She's really getting getting to have to face some heads had a roll.
Well, yeah, but
this look good, and hers is the one that's rolling.
Don't feel bad because one, there was a precedent, and that was the Secret Service director back when Reagan was shot in 1981. He was resigned. It's like, what, you got a guy that close that came, and I do believe in the Hinckley Jr. a lone gunman obsessed with Jodie Foster from the movie Taxi, that whole thing.
For me, no.
I believe in it just because, do I believe he got shot? I don't know, because they pushed him in the car so freaking fast. Yeah. By the time the camera spun around, that car was gone. He was... I
just think we've been lied to forever about all of these assassinations. Two asses in a nation.
Doesn't really matter because the precedent was there. So she was taking heat, but you know what? I didn't feel bad because she was leaving. She knew full well. It's like, oh no, you guys can yell at me all day long. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow morning, I'm gone. I'm out of here. So, but what that means is the investigation's pretty much over. The politicians got their pound of flesh. They don't need to go anymore.
Right, and what about the bullet casings? What about why did they wash the roof off? Right immediately. No investigation really occurred. The
enthusiasm for any follow up is just going to die off because they took out the highest person in it, which was the directors resigned.
Their plan succeeded, and neither side at the secret hidden top wants there to be an investigation.
Right. However, moving forward, so don't even the assassination attempt, I'm not even really going to be thinking about it that much anymore because nobody else is going to. Think about how fast in 10 days that story is now several layers back in the rearview mirror, right?
And Trump's no longer wearing the big thick white bandage. He's gone down to a nude colored one that's very thin. Yeah.
So what
must have a bed from Q.
And so within the first 24 hours, Kamala or Kamala, however you want to say it, I don't really care. I'm going to switch back and forth as I see fit, because she does. She has been now elevated to the primary candidate. People says, it's going to be her running against Trump. I go, no, there's no guarantee there. And I'm going to make it really simple for you guys. Until you hear Barack Obama, which is why he's in the thumbnail, until you hear him endorse the candidate, they haven't made their decision. She can have all the delegates lined up that she wants. She is a placeholder. That's all she is.
Why is he not endorsing?
Yeah, exactly. Well, because they're still trying to figure it out.
But maybe, I don't think anyone's trying to figure anything out. As you know, what I think about this is that it's already been figured out long ago.
With something like this, there's still wiggle room. Meaning, if the ultimate goal is to get the United States to collapse from within, right? And by that, take down the government from within to where the ultimate goal, and I'll say this many times before November, which is you're going to formally contest the election, which has never happened supposedly there's been 58 elections since 1789, but there's only 45 presidents, and I'm going to have to look up exactly where the overlap was, but it doesn't really matter. The goal here is to get red team to lose and protest the election officially. Meaning all politicians just launch against blue team and not, if it's possible, not ratify the election. And the only way you can do that is to have red team lose to a blue team candidate that is bad, that they really, really hate. So on a scale from 1 to 100, Michelle Obama being 100 in the terms of slap in the face, that sort of thing. President with 2 terms equals 1 president with 2 elections. Thank you, Peanut. Yeah, that's probably where it is. If Michelle Obama is 100, then Kamala Harris is 80. And that's more than good enough to pull that off. So if the election was tomorrow and Kamala won because it was rigged, then red team would have to launch, they would have to come at him. Do they have to wait for the Michelle ticket to happen? No, they don't necessarily have to, which is why I mentioned to Peanut before the show. Don't forget that during the Republican National Convention, Donald Trump's speech was only supposed to be 45 minutes long. And he went off, on tangents until where he doubled that length. He ran 90 minutes and he lost the audience because of it. People were like, oh my God, is he still talking? Right? 45 minutes would have been great. So to your point, Patricia, the plans are there, but all the minutia aren't completely locked in stone.
Yeah,
because
it depends on, you can make plans. What's the quote, people make plans and God laughs.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Word, but it's like that in this case.
So
the authority in this case laughs.
You can get close, but it doesn't really matter because the ultimate goal is going to be the same. It doesn't really matter. If Michelle gets in there, hey, great. It doesn't change the outcome. If Kamala stays like the, in the acting world when they have someone stand in for lighting, they have a placeholder that stands there while the actor's in their trailer and they have to measure light readings around for minutes on end with this person. That's what Kamala is right now. They have to put somebody in right now. She is the placeholder until the convention. And if it turns out she gets at the convention, hey, wonderful.
Okay, what happens if, there's been all these rumors, and I think Laura Loomer is one of the people who started the rumors that Biden was dead. And then there was a lot of where is Biden stuff trending on X/Twitter.
Right.
And then, of course, we got this phone call where Biden purportedly called and congratulated Kamala and talked about why he'd left very briefly, why he'd stepped down.
Right.
And then it was determined, I'm not sure 100%, but through the conspiracy world pretty well, that phone call was some kind of AI voice cloning, maybe, and it wasn't really live, which means Kamala played along with it, so she was in on the lie regarding that, which is really great to know because you can totally trust these people. But that's not come out for the mainstream yet.
No, but I'm sure Fox News will eventually pick it up, and you're absolutely right. And it was 98%. I mean, they ran it through simple AI detection software. And I knew it as soon as I was listening to it. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, when Kamala was doing her, coming out to the world, it's like, oh, I'm ready to step up, that whole thing. Supposedly Joe Biden called in via phone, not Skype, phone.
Was it the same phone that Nixon used to call the moon? Because
pretty much
seems as legit. Actually,
it was old school, and he went off for a few minutes, but it was coherent. It was, you could tell it was stitched together. It was absolutely AI, and I'm listening to this like someone's going to figure this out, and they did. They took the recording, ran through some software, and it came up 98% positive.
But it made more people think that he's dead.
Yeah, it did. And then he got off Air Force One today, and I think he's alive, but I don't think he's coherent anyway. Tomorrow,
and they said when he got off Air Force One, he didn't talk to anybody. Right. It could have been maybe a fake Biden. Even a lot of people say those exist. I'm not quite sure, but he didn't talk to anybody because maybe that would be a bad idea. But he gave the thumbs up,
right.
And
we will know.
Away.
We will know tomorrow because tomorrow night,
Biden drops dead right now.
If he does.
What happens?
Oh, if something happened, he got ill, or if he died, if he passed away, if he fell down the steps and died.
No, he would only fall up the steps.
Kamala would immediately become the interim president.
So interim president
until the election. Yeah.
Okay.
She would be automatically become the incumbent, which some Republicans were. She'd be president. Yes, she'd be president, but she would be kind of like a Gerald Ford type president, where it's like, oh, okay, it's not like you were elected, you were assigned. Yes.
But would she stay president? There would be no election?
Oh, no. There's an election. Oh, no. She's a full-blown... But at that point, it's like, well, since she's the incumbent, we should automatically run with her. That's what's always happened.
So she would be sworn in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she would have to pick a VP. So...
Gavin Newsom?
She would be also be the first female president. I don't know who her VP pick would be right now.
What do you think?
If it was me, I'd go with Gavin. He's got politician hair. He looks like the shiny politician that's out there.
And it would inflame the right.
Yeah.
Because of course they feel that he's torn California apart,
right.
And it would make the left feel totally happy because that's what he does is what they believe in.
So,
for many, not all of it, but some of it, most of it. So,
but Peanut says, but it would kill his chance for later elections.
That's the thing, because he wants to be president in the next go round after this upcoming one.
They all do.
And so he might not accept
it. I don't think that's going to matter, because if I'm right, again, I'll make more formal predictions as we get further down the road. But if I'm right, this election will be. This is one for all the marbles. Which is blue team. Again, they polarized everybody. We're going to go to break here, but I want to end with this statement. If we get to this election, both sides think that whoever wins will gut the other system, and there will only be one party. Red team, and they're not wrong, which is
well, there already is a uniparty because they're all united at the top.
But now you're talking about wiping out one color or the other color. Which is red team.
And making it all purple, the color of royalty.
There's that.
Oops, did I say that?
Anyway, when we come back from break, we will do headlines, and some of these headlines are going to overlap with what we've been talking with, and then we will take your phone calls after that. So don't go anywhere. All right, guys? If I can find the first break. There we go.
Introducing the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock App Meetup Maker. Never miss another meetup again. You can look up meetups in several different ways. Sort by date. You can search by location or within a 500-mile radius. To create and list your own meetup, enter the date. Give the meetup a name, a location name. Add a photo. Enter your contact information. Create a group chat name and then fill out the description with all of the details. Select your background color and hit the Save button to add your meetup to the list. Once the meetup is saved, it will ask you to create a group chat for all of the meetups so people can join the group and start a local chat community. Select Public Group. Add your welcome message, and your meetup is now available for all to see. To make sure you don't miss another meetup in your area, you can select your desired radius and whether you want push notifications or email or both. Whenever a new meetup is added in your selected radius, you get notified. The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock Meetup Maker, bringing people together all around the plane.
Join me, Karen B., every moon day at 9:30 a.m. for Coffee Talk on YouTube, Rumble, and Rockfin. You never know what you'll learn about in the coffee shop. Open topic and open phones, y'all. You can also go to flatearthfestivals.com for updates on the latest news for Flattoberfest 2024 and also for meetups, local meetups. If you want to have your meetup listed on flatearthfestivals.com for free, please email flatearthfestivals@protonmail.com.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 2 of 4. It's you and me, the always perfect Patricia Steere. And yeah, sometimes Peanut. And you know what? That was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album.
Day and night. Wait, night and day.
Yes. So we should probably make a quick announcement before we do headlines. Patricia is going on vacation for a little bit.
Yes, I am. I'll be winging my way somewhere.
Starting.
Not telling anybody, though. I'll be back on the 27th of next month.
Yep. And in the meantime...
And this was planned before I decided to be on Strange World with you. So, and I can't change it.
No, Patricia told me, and I said, oh my God, woman, you're taxing me. And it's like, yeah, no worries at all. No, and
I demanded full pay while I was on my vacation.
Even Johnny Carson had substitute. Nice. Even Johnny Carson had substitute hosts come in, notably Joan Rivers and Jay Leno.
Right.
And
so who's going to be the Joan Rivers?
Joan Rivers for next week. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be the delightful DJ from LA.
Oh,
so
very Joan Rivers-esque.
I know, right? He'll be joining us
in the best possible way, of course.
Peanut and I'll be working with him this week, setting up all the stuff that we do, and I'll have to change the banner and all the other.
Just don't make it too gay. That's all I have to say.
Is there such a thing? Can you be too gay?
Just saying it because it's really offensive to say it, and I think that's funny to say.
What are you saying that DJ rhymes with something?
I never even thought of that till now.
There you go. Anyway,
Mark Sargent.
The delightful DJ from LA will be here next week, weather permitting. All right, let's go to where did we leave off? Everybody, let's do Firefox. Okay, we're gonna do some headlines. We're gonna get the space ones out of the way because there's still a lot of news to go through. First one is from express.co.uk. They do love their pop-ups between the feet and the
That foot is gross.
I know, right?
What's that white stuff on it?
I don't know. I'm not going to spend time on it.
Looks like scaly skin.
You know what?
What's up with all the gross photos? Not just, what we're putting up, but whenever you're looking up something online, they always have these disgusting photos.
Well, because they're interesting and they're eye-catching. Doesn't matter if they're gross. They'll draw you in. That's why. Anyway.
Not drawing me in. I'm never going to click on one of those.
Well, that's because you're a special type of person. That's true. Peanut says people look at car crashes every time.
I don't look at those either.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, I
even try to speed by. I get mad at the person in front of me that they're going so slow.
I do. I look by and it's like, is that a finger? Oh, please let it be a finger. Anyway, scientists discover tunnels on the moon, and NASA could send humans in to investigate.
Wow! After all this time, we just did the anniversary of the moon landing, and now after how many years?
52 years since Apollo's.
52 years. They're going to send humans to investigate tunnels on the moon. Nice.
Countries are racing to establish a permanent human presence on the moon. That's a bunch of crap. They're not racing to do anything.
Except make up more interesting stories.
Yeah, it is just silly. We only got 3 space stories. I'm going to spare you guys. NASA delays ISS spacewalks indefinitely to investigate spacesuit coolant leak. It's not time critical or urgent. Okay. Sure. Why not?
So is that the kind of leak where they get water inside the helmet because they're in a pool, or the kind of leak that they're using? Well, what kind of?
I don't know. I'm just glad that Scott Kelly, his name has been tossed around to be Kamala's VP.
No, it's Mark Kelly.
I thought it was Scott Kelly.
No, Mark Kelly.
Peanut, help me out.
The brother that's married to Gabby Gifford.
Oh, okay.
Who also said, by the way, fight, fight, fight. Who else said that recently?
Exactly. Yeah, and that will play later because again, that is the point of this, which is when, and I hate to break it to Red Team, I know you're out there, when Red Team loses, they're going to want you to fight, and you should. I'm sorry, you should, because
the truth is nobody should show up to the polls. Nobody should vote. No. That's what really should happen.
Patricia and I don't vote. We don't. Last NASA story. An oasis in the desert. NASA's Curiosity rover finds pure sulfur in Martian rocks.
When are they going to find pure cocaine?
It shouldn't be there, so now we have to explain it. My, of course, question is, look, you lose cell phone service driving that way for 25 minutes, and yet at 150 million miles away, we can beam back these gems right here.
Is that sulfur from Satan? Maybe.
Yes, I think so. Yellow sulfur crystals. Yeah, just make up that stuff.
Now, why did they have? Well, they just had to throw that in because
it's an interesting little space story. Right. But yeah, it's like all right. You could put any picture you wanted and just tie it to NASA. People will believe it. A lot of them will.
Like that foot that they all have.
Oh yeah, there's another foot.
Scrub with toothbrush. Because that's what I do with my toothbrush.
And that's from.
Actually, that's what I would do if I had a live-in boyfriend. I'd do with his toothbrush.
There you go. I'd like to throw in at least one TMZ story. What? Seriously?
Just joking.
Oh, okay. The TMZ, the greatest journalists in the world. Secret Service director resigns after Trump shooting. So she sat there and she took the body blows for a day, and she knew full well she was gone. And I think that again, that was the whole point.
Yeah.
She was always going to be thrown under the bus because the
She gets thrown under the bus. They don't need to do any investigation. Nope. Has anybody showed us any shell casings yet?
No. I mean, and again,
I tape wrapped around anything.
I don't want to pick, and I'm kind of jumping off what you said in the beginning, which was interesting. Funny, Peanut. I'm not going to read that. Which is all this photos, all the video, all the photos are from this side showing his left ear. There isn't a single video, and
I see right there where the ear is, and there's a halfway cut off. There's a person holding a camera up.
Yeah. Now they discourage people behind the podium from holding cameras. Usually,
but there are some, and it doesn't matter. Try to discourage people from videotaping anything.
But they're not confiscating their phones. They just discourage, and it's too tempting for people. And you could see once the event happened, it's like, oh, everybody got their freaking camera up, but there's no video from it at all, from any angle when it happened. And again,
but from the other side, there's plenty of video.
No compression on the ear, which you would have done. Every one of these guys knows
blood. How he talked about at the convention, all the blood, the way he said it. Yep. There wasn't any. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway,
next one down. Meanwhile, there's Keith Olbermann, ex-ESPN star Keith Olbermann, questions whether Trump was shot after former physician's update. Jackson served.
That's the only high-profile person that's come out
so far. And he's very blue team. He's extreme blue team. He calls for people's heads all the time, and he was one.
I'd like a red team high-up person to come out and say he wasn't shot. But that would be really cool.
But Keith Olbermann is not the only one by any stretch. And I have watched the videos, and look, I have never seen an event where both people are looking at the same footage and the same angles, and both have completely different takes on it.
It's like that thing that happened, maybe it was 2016, What Color is the Dress? Does anyone remember that?
Absolutely.
Where everyone had a different perception, and it caused a lot of controversy and a lot of conversation. It was very unimportant, but this is also unimportant in the scheme of things because it's election, not an election, of course. But everyone looks at it differently, and it's probably causing lots of fights. This is the thing. You know how you always used to say, don't bring up flat Earth around the Thanksgiving dinner table to people who don't know about it?
Right.
Well, probably talking about this at Thanksgiving dinner table would probably cause, fists to fly and turkey legs too.
And Peanut says, by the way, the black dress, white dress thing depends on your monitor. Not always true, Peanut. I've been in the room with groups, and I've shown them, and I've said, okay, and let me know. And what was it, 30? It was always 30/70. Which was 30.
And I could make my eyes see both colors, not at the same time, but I could look at the one color and then kind of like, how you could stare at something and almost cross your eyes a little bit?
Sure.
Or squint, and I could make myself see it the other way.
Wow, you're one of the rare people. I've seen the occasional person freak out when it changes on them, where all of a sudden they're looking at the dress and it's like, what just happened? And like, but yeah, most people. No, again, it's the black dress, white dress. Look it up if you get a chance. It's pretty cool.
But I'm not looking at this event, this shooting thing, and seeing it from a perspective of Donald Trump's the hero and he was grazed by a bullet. No, I'm not. That will never happen.
Within this particular headlines from Russia Today, otherwise known as RT.com, and again, within 24 hours of this happening, you had headlines like this, which is Donald Trump is going to win. America isn't. The assassination attempt against the 45th president and his selection of J.D. Vance and his running mate has ensured him a victory in November. There are a lot of people when that was one of the desired effects. Again, that part was brilliant, which is you've got so many people, it's like, oh yeah, he's got this in the bag. He's a hero now. He's touched by God. And you've got the other people saying he'd do anything to win, including faking it. And between those two, done on the same event, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Hats off to you guys.
He didn't need to. I mean, if votes really counted, and we're going to suspend our disbelief, and if things were normal, he wouldn't need to pull a stunt because he was ahead in the polls anyway. But this is just theater for the masses, and it's going to cause division, which I guess is what they want.
Yeah, you would need him. I thought that too. It's like he doesn't need the extra points.
And it didn't give him any extra boost in the polls.
But emotionally,
just riled up his base.
Yeah. Emotionally, I mean, how many people have you talked to? It's quoting Bible verses to me. No offense to the Christian.
I could get a tear in their eye when they talk about the whole thing.
Yeah.
People said they were choked up.
Yeah.
My brother, I said this in our last show. He thought the whole thing was badass.
Yeah, but I've got family members now that think that he has been touched. And again, what wouldn't you do for this person if he loses on November 5th? What wouldn't you do for this person? Which means, again, I think that I will bottom line this again and again and again before November, which is the ultimate goal is to have the first formally contested election in U.S. history. It has never happened. It has never happened. One side has always conceded. It's like, all right, fine. I mean, going back to Al Gore and George Bush in 2000, and of course Donald Trump, 4 years ago. There's been other elections, but they've always caved in. There's always been, they've always decided because, we can't let this thing hang forever. The question is, this time around, who's going to cave in? I don't know if they will. Blue team.
I mean, even with Donald and Hillary was, maybe not officially contesting, but she was definitely saying something.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
There should have been.
Did she officially contest it? Anyway, she was contesting it one way or the other.
And there should have been a lot more blue team outrage. And think about that, by the way, which is within the last two. This is the long game, which is over the last several elections. She did concede. Yeah, she absolutely did. They have to. You're politicians. You're going to cave in.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, because you look bad if you don't.
This might resonate with people here that are watching our show. I hate talking about politics with any normie. I won't even do it. I won't.
Right.
Because there's so many things they don't know. It's super frustrating. And I can't start talking about it without a lot of backstory with all the things that we know.
Right.
And but here I enjoy talking about it. But we're talking about a different side of politics than the normies are talking about. So it's okay to, in a way, because it's about the world that we've been presented with is a lie,
right,
which is about the space program and about the jab in the arm and about the moon landing and about just about everything that we talk about, the shape of the earth. So it all fits. It's not like we've gone, we're going to talk all politics all the time. We're not talking about politics. We're talking about the world stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just need to put that caveat in.
No, No, I absolutely hear you. Where was I going with this? I forgot.
No idea.
I forgot.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. No, there was a couple technical things
I see that Netanyahu, I see in the headline under the picture of Biden, Netanyahu is going to meet with Trump. He's also meeting with Biden and Kamala, so he's going to be out with his hat in hand.
Yeah. And
or his yarmulke in hand to get some money. So
and this hat, they couldn't have waited any longer. One of my criticisms, and I'll talk about this more in the weeks to come, is that don't forget the difference between this and LBJ was that LBJ, he did that at the end of March 31st, 1968, which was so much time. You've got the rest of spring and all of summer, and to get your ducks in the row. And granted, his party still lost that year. I think it was Herbert Humphreys that ran, but announcing it early was the way to go. Why Biden waited? That was part of the plan, which was had Biden wait till the last possible moment, and now they've got 4 weeks to come up with a candidate before the convention. And which is why Blue Team is in panic mode, which is why it's like, well, Kamala, beforehand, if you would have asked them that back in, let's say he did his thing in March, right? And it's like, oh, Kamala, it's like, no, we got tons of time. But now it's like, no, VP. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with the VP right now until we can come up with anybody else. And 4 weeks, not a lot of time. No primaries to speak of. Anyway, moving on. You'll like this one. Patricia and I talked about this for a little bit. So this is interesting. So remember we talked.
Well, what I like is no picture of a disgusting foot, but continue.
There you go. So this is from lifeskynews.com in Australia. So right after Princess Kate, who was broiled in controversy between AI stuff and manipulated images, she attended Wimbledon. Didn't talk to really anybody, didn't present the trophy, but she was there in the audience briefly and then left. And she was looking good. There's a picture of her at Wimbledon. It's like, oh, okay. Sure.
Looks better than 99.9% of most people.
Yeah, she looks great, right? So after Wimbledon, just a few days later, we get this headline. This was on the 18th. Below the radar, Princess Kate will reportedly step down from the public eye to enjoy a summer break with the royal family, right? Even though
hasn't she been with the royal family this entire time?
I don't know. But that's where the weirdness doesn't stop there, because 3 days after that, you see this headline. Same images, by the way. Kate Middleton set to step back from public life again indefinitely.
Wait, that's the same dress. So this is the same article now. Is that legit? Is she really going to?
Well, that's just it. We've heard this before, right? We heard it's like, oh no, she's not going to.
And she came back.
She's not going to be attending Wimbledon. She's not going to be just like, what are you guys doing? Where is this coming from?
It's not as weird as the Trump assassination attempt, as I roll my eyes, but it's got that it smacks of that weirdness. It's got, like, I think the Trump thing. It's got some AI involved. It's got some weird stuff in it.
That and I have never seen anyone that's 8 months into chemo look that good ever in my life. Ever. I don't care how much makeup you have.
It's better, like I said, than 99.9% of the world who's not sick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like she was behind tinted glass. She's out there in full sunlight in the middle of a freaking crowd. And
she doesn't look pale, like she's not been out in the sun or anything.
No. It's just...
Was she doing chemo on a beach in Bali?
I know.
Or
I will.
And chemo's really saline.
I will be following this. I don't know what to make of it, but anyway, let's.
It's just some kind of weird lies mixed up with a bit of truth.
Yeah.
Just like all of it.
Let's do some clown worlds. So this is tied to the assassination attempt, which is this is from TMZ. They were the first ones to run this. The Boys, one of the top shows on television right now, and also
you've seen it, right? I've not seen it.
What, the episode or the whole series?
Any of it?
Oh God, yes. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, well, one, it's a superhero show, and it is.
That was dumb of me to even ask, because I know you love superheroes.
Well, and it's one of Amazon's biggest shows. It is a very gritty superhero show. It's more a realistic look, which is all the superheroes that we grew up with, Batman and Wonder Woman and the Flash. It's like, why would they be heroes? Why wouldn't they be villains? If power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, why would they be heroes at all? In fact, the more powers they have, probably the more screwed up they're going to be and take advantage of it. And so, like the Superman character, Homelander here, played by Anthony Starr, he's a freaking mess, and they're all just dumpster fires. But for the public eye, you don't see it. But behind the scenes, oh yeah, they're horrible people. Absolutely freaking horrible. Anyway.
Sounds kind of interesting.
Oh, it is a very interesting show. I
The
mean,
concept of superheroes just was, for me, I'm like, not my thing.
superheroes evolved in the 90s to where there were stories being written behind the scenes. Again, I love the fact it's like, yeah, take a more realistic approach. Which is, hey, yeah, you know what? Why would the superhero be good? In fact, if the first superhero appeared out of nowhere, whose side is he going to be on? And think how lucky you were that Superman was on America's side. What if he was on the other side? Oh, that'd be bad. Be really, really bad. So Homelander is like a corporate stooge. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So the boys, their season finale, get this, right? Show retitles the finale after the Trump shooting. The title of their last episode was completely coincidental, right?
Supposedly.
Some of you guys don't even know this. So the episode was supposed to be called, and I quote, Assassination Run. And it centered on the main characters trying to thwart a plot to kill the president, which they did. There was an assassination attempt on the president, and it failed.
Ooh.
Right? So they renamed it to season 4 finale. Just gave it a generic name, right? What was interesting was that show came out 5 days after the actual assassination? Remember, and it came out the last night of the Republican National Convention, and it was shot 10 months earlier. So, again, predictive programming, where did that come from? Where in the world did that come? It's only going to be a 5-season run. I can't wait to see what the last season's going to be. But yeah, it was freaking dark. And one of my favorite review channels, Real Rejects, the host of one of the hosts of that show, he's like, yeah, I don't like the episode because it hits too close to home. It's way too close. You know, the assassination just happened. Where is the connection coming from? So there you go.
We have Rory here
Aww.
to say hello.
Rory, you be good cat. Okay.
My cats are always good cats.
All right. So this goes into Clown World, and I can't do a show without doing at least one Elon Musk shirt as I look at the retro classic shirts.
Oh, this story really is giving me like a feeling of like a full body shiver. Like
Elon Musk, dad of 12. I didn't realize he had 12 kids. On Earth, offers sperm for colony on Mars. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to.
Just imagine, ladies, that body heaving above you.
Musk is determined to create a colony on Mars through his company SpaceX as Earth becomes increasingly warm.
SpaceX. I mean, that's exactly.
And they're blaming it on climate change. It's like, oh, we have to go to Mars because, again, and this is straight out of sci-fi movies, which is, well, you know, why wreck just this world? Let's wreck somebody else's world. Like,
why doesn't he make shirts that say "Occupy Wombs"?
That's horrible.
Instead of "Occupy Mars," because that's what he's doing with that many kids.
That's just awful. Okay. It'd be cheaper to fix the one rather than to terraform another. Yes, absolutely right, Peanut. Fix this world. Stop trying to... And he can't go to another world anyway. Okay, here's some other random clown worlds. Love this little Biden shot up in the corner. This is from RT.com. Journalist fined for body shaming the prime minister. Okay, get this.
Wait, the prime minister of who? Where?
Milan.
Oh, I see Milan. Okay.
Okay.
She doesn't look like she would be body shamed. What's wrong with her body?
This is the Italian Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni. Okay, so
pretty and looks competent and well put together clothing wise.
Okay,
what's wrong with her?
This reminds me of Joe Rogan. Okay, get this. Here's the quote, right? Okay. So the politician who was then in opposition confronted the journalist over the picture. The reporter replied with a string of messages, one of which said, "You don't scare me, Georgia. After all, you're only 4 feet tall. I can't even see you."
Oh, so they were height shaming.
Yeah, they were height shaming. It's like height shaming a girl isn't a big deal. It's like height shaming Joe Rogan.
Isn't that, yeah, exactly. Right. Isn't the average height of a female in America like 5'2" or something?
I think it might be. I think it's like 4'5".
And we don't really even know how tall this woman really is.
You know what? Their height supposedly, Peanut, do the calculations.
Oh, yeah.
They won't say exactly what it is, but it could be 1.58 meters.
Okay, so I think her height is like a normal height. People are weird.
Peanut, give me 1.58 in feet for me, can you? 1.58.
It's
One
gonna be like
1.58 meters.
5 or something totally normal.
No, I think she's under 5 feet. Doesn't really matter. The point is,
Petite.
yeah,
nothing wrong with
5
that.
foot flat, which is pretty short.
Oh, that is pretty short.
That is pretty short. But the point,
But I've seen many women 5 foot and they look great.
the point was she sued, and she won 5,000 euros
Nice.
out of that. It's like,
She's standing taller now on a
In
pile
fact,
of
she didn't even win it. I think she just fined it. I don't think she gets a freaking dime. She just fined her 5,000 euros, and it took 3 years to settle the case. Anyway, whatever. All right, last clown world. I want to mention this one. This is a happy one. I like a happy clown world every once in a while.
Okay.
So Kobe Bryant, Staples locker. Now, I'm not a fan of Kobe Bryant because, again, I know there's some big people out in L.A. It's like, oh, he was a hero. It's like, look, he had 2 numbers because he got hit with a rape charge. And
Also, there was weird stuff with that and Convid, his crash.
Yeah.
It was weird. It happened around the same time. It stirred up a lot of conspiracy people.
So the happy thing about this is when they when they were remodeling the Staples Center in Los Angeles, right? There was a guy, you could probably see it. There was his logo here, his nameplate on the locker. Some collector grabbed that logo, right? And then a worker came in, and as he was taking the stuff out, one of his fellow workers, hey, yeah, maybe you should keep Kobe's locker, right, just in case, right? So he kept it and he put it in storage. And the guy that had the nameplate found out that, wait a minute, I could reunite the nameplate with the locker, and so he contacted him. That little piece of wood there is going to go for $1 million.
It's like an antique roadshow.
I know.
But like a much higher dollar.
Go figure. And so yeah, they said it could sell for over $1 million, and yeah, how fun is that? I mean, again, just a random working man, just like maybe it'll be worth something one day.
Smart.
And it was. So all right, we're gonna go to break. When we come back, we will take your phone calls. So don't go anywhere, will you?
And cream.
Don't forget to customize your Flat Earth Clock referral code and wake up more minds out of the Matrix. Now your referral points earn DOME cryptocurrency tokens on the Pulse chain. Enter your MetaMask wallet address and all your previous and future referrals will automatically earn DOME coins. In the next few months, there will be an airdrop to all users that have referral points in their account and have entered their MetaMask wallet address. Any users that have referrals and do not have their wallet address added will forfeit their tokens, and they will be divided up between all of the people who have a wallet address added. Some cryptocurrencies are proof of work, some are proof of stake. DOME is proof of mind. By waking people up to our amazing flat realm, you are mining DOME coins. Become a DOME whale and wake up the world.
sucked away from Earth into the black void.
Because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah.
We're never able to see stars on the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon.
It's not a black void. I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
Space is fake AF. Space is fake AF.
There's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons.
You see the gas.
It don't matter. Say the sky was not the limit. Maybe fly to the moon in another second. But we haven't been back.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 3 of 4. It's you and me, perfect Patricia Steere, sometimes Peanut. And yeah, we're taking your phone calls, 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. Operators are standing by, and by that I mean me. So be nice. Because
Hopefully we get some brand new callers. Lowry's in our chat, and he says he's not going to call in. So
really? That's good, because I don't really like Lowry.
he actually just said he's not that big of a fan of yours either. But
You can.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
He can kiss my privileged ass.
We'll
That's
still
what he can
play
do.
his song at the end of the show, though.
If he's lucky. Okay. We're going
None of
to...
that happened, by the way. Just letting you know. It's a joke.
Oh, you just made all that up?
Yes.
Oh.
But he's not calling in. That part I didn't make up.
Oh, okay. Well, then I
Right.
then I still don't like him. Let's do... Well, we got to pick up New Mexico, because he always seems to get on the board first. I don't know why. Let's do 505. Remember, New Mexico used to be Old Mexico. And then, well, we did that American thing that we do. And we took...
Old Mexico.
Yeah. What's happening?
Mark, Patricia, Peanut. I am really ready for the name change of this place that I live in. Maybe Roadrunner Republic. Meet. we gotta come up with a better name.
Dude, I don't know if they'll actually change the name, but it is gonna get frisky. Now, I have not watched the Civil War movie yet, and I may get to it eventually. I heard it's a little kind of a bit of a letdown. It's like, people.
Yeah, people said it didn't really have much point.
No, it wasn't.
Other than Civil War, yeah.
Yeah, you should have had Roland Emmerich do it. The guy that did 2012 back in the day. But we'll see. We'll see. We got plenty of time between now and then. But yeah, it's gonna. This is the part I was waiting for so long.
Well, we have it forecast in that film, and then in the Leave the World Behind Obama's film.
Right.
So that they're going to, whenever predictive programming exists, it's because they're going to fake something or start something. Yeah. So.
And the mandates, like you and I were talking about, Patricia, and that is, look how long the mandates lasted, and I think that was a great warm up for what they got planned, which was they got everybody conditioned to living without. They could see in real time what people could live without for a certain,
And any kind of Civil War-ish thing that they start up and pretend it's happening naturally, they can also lock us down for that, since people would go ahead and do so. Yeah. Because we've already determined we failed the test, that we are sheep, and we'll do it.
Right.
Not us, of course, but
of course. Anyway, what's happening, man?
Well, this has been a show of much intrigue, I will say. A lot of different places to go. I can't help but having to bring up this first, Jim Morrison, because you got that book,
right?
And that was one of those conspiracies I always really liked about maybe dead people faking their death. And I don't know if you guys ever heard this one. I'm sure you have, but the biggest thing about Jim Morrison maybe not actually being in the grave over there in France. He's buried supposedly in that very famous cemetery over there in France, where it's really old and one of those really nice Victorian Gothic style cemeteries. But is that his grave was much shorter the space than apparently how tall he is, and I always found that kind of.
Well, they just folded him in half.
Well, for me, I play the averages, which is rock stars and drug overdoses tend to go hand in hand, and so especially with somebody like that in the 60s, he was part of a club that they all did a lot of drugs back then, and I don't know. That's very true. And even Elvis later, Elvis, he was in rough shape by the time he got to the end. But I think part of me thinks it was deliberate. He was just hitting as many pills as he could because life was painful for him. So,
isn't it weird how most people wish they were famous, and famous people want to kill themselves?
Well, it's a fine line, that. I mean, even with the fans. Famous people, it's like it's the whole come here, go away, which is you don't know. It's kind of like cats in a way, isn't it? You can pet a cat, it's like, oh, I love the attention, and all next thing you know,
my cats don't go do that thing. It's like overstimulation biting, but I've been around cats that do.
Oh yeah.
So all of a sudden, now.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell did I just do? Everything was fine.
They do it when they've been given catnip. Mine. That's
what celebs are like. They're fine, and then all of a sudden one too many people come up to them at a restaurant and they lose it. Like, all right, whatever. Anyway, what else you
got? This is great. And LBJ, good call on that, Mark. I wasn't even thinking about that, and I seem to remember that he in his speech, of course, I was born a couple years later, I think, after that, but I saw that speech maybe, 10 years ago or something.
Sure.
The video of it. And I don't know if you folks ever saw it, but one thing that always got me on that was I think he resigned supposedly for health reasons. And he had heart issues. That's what they say anyway. But he went out of his way to take a tablet during that. And of course, people always point out that was like nitroglycerin or something for his heart. But that always, I always kind of, I don't know if he did that for effect or,
I think it was for effect. First off,
could have been Viagra.
Well, not back then.
After he walked
68 though.
However, two quick things. One, I got to remind people the reason why I brought up LBJ is he is the last president. And I don't even know if there was one that did it beforehand, who officially made himself a lame duck president, meaning if you're still president and you're not running for re-election, you are officially called a lame duck president because okay, well, he's done as soon as this. However, it was pretty well known that his handling of the Vietnam War was not loved. And he didn't want to have his second term. He didn't want to basically own the entire Vietnam War. And so he walked back from that and said, you know what, just give it to anybody. Yeah, Nixon, that's the guy you want to give it to. And then Nixon, he went with the Vietnam War until it's almost its conclusion, I think. And then he was impeached. But no, LBJ, it wasn't really for health reasons. I mean, he died a few years. Peanut, when did he die? Can you look it up? When did LBJ die? But I love the address. He came on television. It was quick. It was concise. It's like, I will not be seeking re-election. That's it. And he walks out of the office with the cameras following. And that's what should have happened with Biden, by the way. I'm sorry, I've glossed over that, which was, don't think for a second that Biden supposedly catching COVID and sending him out of town and leaving him there for a few days, and all of a sudden, he resigned via letter, no video, no nothing like that, and then he followed up the endorsement with Kamala in a tweet later. It's like, okay, that's fine. And he died in 1973, so 5 years later. There are a lot of people that think that Biden, basically they took him up kind of like Khrushchev back when Brezhnev in the Soviet Union replaced him. They took him out of town to basically convince him. It's like, sit him down. It's like, okay, Grandpa, you're out. Okay? We're not even discussing this anymore. We tried to be nice with you. You're not doing it. Therefore, you're out. Here's the letter. You already signed it. We don't even have to have you sign it. We're just going to fax in your signature. You're going to be fine. And then we'll let Hunter know. We'll let your wife know. But you're out. When we come back, you're not going to change that narrative at all. It's over. And that's what a lot of people think.
Right.
And so it's like, all right, just want to get that out of the way since it's fresh in my mind.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think the shorter time period for where we're at now, not only for attention spans, but I think there's more opportunities for shenanigans, in that shorter time,
right?
That they could pull off, and maybe it would have been even better a couple days before the whole thing, but the election. But yeah, and I can't help but say happy Apollo scam anniversary. And
thank you.
One quick article that I was looking up. And is the obsession, they always bring this up, are the U.S. flags still on the landing sites? And, I looked at that, and they actually linked to an older article from 2012 where the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter was taking pictures of these flagpoles from above. And, oh, by the way, it's in Apollo 12, 16, and 17, but there's no shadow at the 11th site. And that coincides with Buzz Aldrin's statement: when we took off from the moon, the exhaust from the takeoff blew the flag down.
Yeah, whatever.
So they actually kind of reminded us of that. But anyway, yeah, just more fake space stuff. Yeah. But yeah, well, always good to talk to you. Let the other folks get on. And quick shout outs: Jesse and Brittany, Amy in Syracuse, Matt in Temple, of course, Jan in Dallas, and Mark and Patricia, and Peanut, of course, and Rory the cat. Meow.
Thanks, Matt.
Keep it flat.
Have a good one. Let's pick up Florida. Let's go down to 904. What's happening in Florida?
Howdy.
Hey.
Dan, Bella Music Journey here.
Hey, Dan.
Don't you have some kind of Sahara dust or something happening in Florida? I read it in Sahara dust.
Is there any weird weather?
Yeah. Some special dust that's supposed to be in Florida. No?
Well, we're northeast Florida. We've been getting a ton of rain, but also I was gone for a while, so maybe I missed it. Well, maybe I missed the magic dust.
No dustification for you.
Oh, plenty of stuff, geoengineering, but nothing I can determine was the kind of dust that you're talking about. Anyway, glad to hear your voice again back on the show. I haven't called in since you've been back. Mark, I apologize. I made a whirlwind trip to Washington, but I didn't give you a call up there. But
that's okay.
That was my older brother that died of the Moderna booster.
Got it.
Allowed to say that?
I think it probably didn't get picked up, so you're fine.
Yeah, the family tried to talk him out of it, but the doctor says it's good for you. So, anyway, sad, but that was in late September, but we just had the memorial during the summer here. So
Got it.
And, yeah. Well, it's good to hear your voices again. Just to add to the fellow from New Mexico with Jim Morrison, I think in the chat they mentioned it too. There's that book that came out, Weird Scenes Inside the Canyon, by Dave McGowan, who famously took down the moon landing.
Yeah.
So this goes into two of your discussions, and he talked about McGowan being the son of the admiral. So I don't know if these guys were put in those positions, and there was that studio there where they produced a lot of NASA stuff in Laurel Canyon area, and then there was positions that popped up all of a sudden and seemed to be running the counter movement during the Cold War, and that's when Morrison popped up. Not that he wasn't really a great performer, but he just happened to be the son of the admiral.
Yeah. Good point.
But he was a 27 Club member, so.
Yep. Very true.
So where do you think it's going to go? I want to hear you guys say, if you have now all of a sudden this ritual humiliation of the entire country, at least, especially the people that actually thought that this Biden character or one of this, masked puppet faces was running the country.
Right.
Now that this has come out, will this open the door to more people realizing that the whole thing's just a scam, including the
well, I don't think so. I mean,
open up?
I just don't think so.
No.
I think people are too brainwashed.
Yeah,
Normies are still like believing in all of this, believing that assassination was real, believing politics is real, believing votes count. It's years, decades, lifetimes of indoctrination. It's the same problem we have getting people to realize that we don't live on a globe or that we haven't gone to space.
Right.
I mean, you can make some dents in people. We all woke up, but the general populace, slumbering.
Yeah. It's too polarized. Everybody, they can't get past their dislike of the other party, for example, which is how can you even look at it objectively as being theater if you, like, for example, hate Trump so much, or the other side where it's like you hate the blue team's policies so much that you're so focused on it you can't see past it. So,
or even if you don't have a feeling one way or the other extremely strong, but you believe voting is your civic duty, or you just believe that politicians are good because your uncle was one or something. There's so many reasons why people get sucked into this lie. I don't understand it. I feel like I'm looking at, it's like looking at ISS footage. You know how we look at ISS footage. We can see the wires, we can understand what they're doing with their hands, and we can see all of the flaws. But when you show it to a normie, they think it's completely normal and real and can't see there's anything wrong with any of it. Yeah. And that's what politics is too. Same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I was basically kicked out of my hometown after I said that the earth was not a spinning ball. But get the cold shoulder sometimes when I go, a lot of times if I go back there, including this time.
It's just really hard. I just don't want to discuss it with normies at all.
Now I'm an anti-jabber, too. They say I'm an anti-jabber.
Yep.
I'm not a jabber.
Nope. Anyway,
I'm with you.
But anyway, it's just wanted to pipe up and say hi to you guys.
Thanks.
It's been a while.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and Patricia, welcome back. It's been a couple months, but welcome back to the air.
Thank you.
Yeah, different voice, different. Everybody's different, and Karen Lee is really cool too. But there's like an old friend coming back in the air when you came back too.
Yeah.
So thank you.
All right. Well, thank you.
And hey, shout out to Jesse and Brittany out there, always doing these great meetups.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma.
Yeah, he is.
Looking forward to hopefully seeing them in September at Flat Tiller Fest.
Cool.
And we might be at August 10th too at the Freedom one down there in Lakeland. I'm going to try and make it.
Nice.
So.
All right, man.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. I'll be listening.
All right. Have a good one. Talk soon.
You
Let's go to, I don't think we picked this one up, Lori in 206, near my neck of the woods. What's happening, Lori?
Hey. Hi, Mark. Hi, Patricia.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Peanut.
Peanut says hi.
He did it with his hands and face.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
This is my first time calling.
Ah.
First time caller, long time listener?
It's interesting because I'm neighbors with Mark. I live on the east side of Puget Sound.
Ah, cool.
And when I first woke up, I'll call it, I found you and amongst all the things I was looking at, and I called you and you took my phone call. And I thought that was the coolest.
That's awesome. And yes, I am insane enough to do that sometimes. Did the call go well?
Yes, it sure did.
Thank God.
It was at the time when, nobody still believes me the plane that we live on. But it really helped to find somebody that actually believed kind of the same thing that I do about where we live. And that's just a blessing.
Yes, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And Patricia,
yes,
I would love for you to be my adopted sister. I think you're just so beautiful, and your way with words is just awesome. And I would love to have like a one-on-one conversation with you sometime too.
That would be wonderful. Let's do it.
Okay, that would be wonderful. But the reason I wanted to call was that I'm still in a world where few people really understand what I'm talking about.
Oh.
And I still get a lot of, I'm hearing other people the same thing. They either, they don't believe, and they love to do the arguing thing. And I'm not really interested in arguing.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
There's debate channels on YouTube for that, and it's great. But in my life, I don't. I just don't want to. I just won't even talk about it. And I guess that doesn't help the wake up. But when people come at you, if you mention it, arguing immediately or naysaying or whatever they do, it's a turnoff, and I can't. Only a person who says, "Wow, interesting, really? Tell me more." I can deal with that kind of person.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of person I was.
Yeah.
And Lori, that's the kind of person you probably were too. I mean, we didn't hear about it and immediately buy into it or anything, but we didn't shut the door and put padlocks on it like most people do. So
exactly, it's so weird, and it feels like it's kind of a lonely place to be.
Yeah.
You're in a large family, and you're sitting there, and you're the only one.
Right.
And it's just it's kind of bizarre, actually. It's kind of like God kind of picked me for some reason.
I used to say it was a flat earth fairy that flew over my place and sprinkled some dust down on me, and that's how I became a flat earther, because it missed the house next door, probably the whole block, but yeah. And here we are now.
And then I love how you two discuss the news. Sorry about the noise. There's something happening outside my window. Can you hear it?
Not that much. You're okay.
Okay, I'll hold up a block. But it's you were talking about like the political stuff, and I wanted to share a couple of things about that. Do you mind?
Sure. I'll let you go to the break. Go ahead.
So, it's like when I heard about the event that happened a couple, 10 days ago or 11 days ago, my friend is all panicked. Oh no. And, I knew it was part of the movie, the script.
Totally.
And it's totally a script, and I actually think Q might be God, because he kind of says that. Watch the movie,
There is some truth in Q. I'm not a Q person, but there is truth in there for sure. And it is a movie.
Right. I don't really follow Q much either, but I do have knowledge of some of the things that's been posted, and it's just kind of interesting how it lays out. But the other thing I wanted to share with you was when the January, that number, like the 6th day or whatever, a few years ago.
Sure.
So anyway, when I went to this prayer meeting, and it was like at a home church that I know about, and we were praying, and I came home and I'm watching the event, and I'm still kind of in prayer mode. And all of a sudden, there's been a few times in my life where I've like heard maybe the Holy Spirit or God. It's not my own voice. It's like a man's voice. God, I call him God, or whoever, whatever says the words. They're all in on it together. And at that point in time, I was really excited. I go, oh, yay, they're all in on it together to help fix this thing that's going on. And it took me a while to figure out that they're all in on it together, but it's not to fix anything.
Exactly. You got it. Got it. Yeah.
And so I just kind of wanted to share that, that people, when they finally see that they're all in on it together, I don't know what's really going to come out of that, but I know that all things work for good to those who love him. And I think that when we all, like you said, stop voting, I tell people, stop voting for a king. Let's vote for Jesus. Let's vote for God to be our king. And then we will be where we need to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Cool. So
Hey.
that's kind of my...
Well, thank you for calling in, and hopefully you'll call back again. It's nice to have some feminine energy on here.
Oh, good. Yes.
All right.
I can hardly have a meetup somewhere. I do have the app, that lovely app, and I've used it to find people before.
Nice.
Good.
So maybe sometime I can gather myself together and find a meetup.
Well, when you put one together, make sure to email Mark, and he will get that as a promo put on his channel. But we're going to break right now, so we'll talk again next time. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, we're going to go to our final break. When we come back, we will take your phone calls. So, yeah, as Peanut...
Snack break time.
Yeah, it's the burger break.
Yeah.
Alpha 33, target is on property, approaching food trailer.
Engage Delta 9.
Roger. Alpha 33 descending.
Hey, I know you.
They might be listening.
CIA?
Maybe.
Indians?
Probably.
Globalists?
Definitely. I may have already said too much.
We have what you need.
Really?
It's flat
I'm listening.
and round
Go on.
and delicious.
Tell me the secret. I see the truth in it.
I thought you might.
This truly is a special place.
Yeah, we like to think so.
Will you be here tomorrow?
We move around quite a bit.
Ah, a mobile command center. A strong strategy. I like where your head's at.
Anything else?
I was never here.
package intercepted. Copy that, Alpha 33. Come on back, let's eat.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 4 of 4. It's you, me, perfect Patricia Steere, and the puff piece that fell off my freaking microphone. And sometimes Peanut. Yeah.
That's a lot of the letter P going on.
Puff piece. Okay.
Let me look in the chat and see if there's anything interesting going on.
All right.
Alex Javier and let's see, John Keeley, who said that he always gets hangry when he sees that burger commercial of yours.
I know. I swear we are. That is like a perfect snack commercial because I don't think anyone can resist it.
Yeah, I mean I don't eat meat, but it made me hungry for like something savory.
And there's a lot of people that smoke during this show, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
the smoky smoke.
Hi to Bali Music Journey as well, and Julius Dream. And Divergent Droid is here too. Wow. And Annie D. Hey. Oh, just hi to everyone.
Okay.
Hi to everyone.
Hi, everybody. Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480.
We have too many calls. We'll never be able to get to them all.
We're not going to, but that's okay. We're going to start...
Better than none, you know.
Yeah, it's true. We're going to start with... God, I got to pick it up. 646, this would be Lowry, the guy that sings our closing credits out in New York City.
I thought Lowry wasn't going to be talking with us.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to call in.
I had a spin. I was just on like, I don't know, 7 or straight panels for the last like 48 hours. And the one on Nacha Tika, I believe is pronounced that, was batshit this afternoon. So like
I was listening to it earlier when he had that Glober Brenda on. That's a good channel, by the way.
Yeah, Brenda. Yeah, he's a cool cat, man. There's like there's a lot of cool people that come on the thing.
One of the like new up and coming channels that needs a lot more subscribers. I wish I could spell his name right now so people could go become aware of the channel. Wait, you talk and then I'll look up the name.
Nacha Tika. I don't know what the spelling of it is. Or
yeah, I'll get that.
But anyway, yeah, we covered the whole gamut. We covered everything.
I got it. It's NACHIKETA. It's a good channel. NACHIKETA. But he might be among the group of people who believe that the Earth is rising. I heard him mention that. You know how there's like Del from Beyond Behind the Imaginary Curve. He has that belief, and maybe Nachatika does too. But I mean, none of us really know what's going on here. We just know it's not a globe. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean, my position is like they're trying to resolve like why there's a downward bias in the realm.
Right,
like,
which makes sense. I mean, I understand people thinking outside the box, and I think it's great. So
what does it matter whether or not it's rising up forever into wherever it's going? It's still the same thing. You're still downward bias, and you stay on this.
And if you were living alone, you think you're moving, around, through corkscrewing through space anyway. So whichever.
I mean, Del just likes to argue minutia, and I think he just likes to smoke and yell at people, and that's kind of his thing. Just like Nathan Oakley, they just like to argue and yell at people. And it's like, don't you see the bigger thing here? It's like we're actually just trying to get people out of their heads and say, hey, you're not spinning, you're right here. You have this whole reality in front of you, and we're trying to show you what that is. But the reason I wasn't going to call him is because I was really triggered about where Brenda took it.
Yeah.
But, now I'm better. I actually found it a better space to.
I had to turn it off earlier when she first came on. I just couldn't take her anymore. So.
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't like. I think he, she, whatever you want to do, like, a glutton for punishment, right? So, like, whatever. But here's a bugger. This is like kind of a topic that's like, I'm gonna try to do this the best I can and like to explain it the best I can, and it's coming out a lot like in social medias or whatever. This whole thing about the Jews being responsible for all these problems, you got to get your language correct on this. The Jews in general are not responsible for this stuff. There are people hiding amongst the Jews. They are Zionists or Khazars or Bolsheviks that pretend like they're Jews. These are the actual people. And
like
honestly,
Netanyahu.
The population has to take care of themselves, because we'll be like the assholes if we take care of you. You're anti-Semitic. No, the Jews themselves need to root out these fuckers that are hiding within them. These Zionists, these Khazars, these Bolsheviks.
I agree.
It's a tough subject. And,
and
like,
people put a blanket statement on all Jews. It's just not the case.
Yeah, I'm looking at Twitter, and I'm like, you can't say the Jews, like most Jews are just awesome people. There are people hiding amongst the Jews. They're hiding in there.
Good and bad and all.
Hiding. They're Zionists.
Not the bad ones.
I mean,
There's
they just like take other people's identity. Say it again. Sorry, I'm talking.
A lot of bad flat earthers who are not a lot. There's a handful of bad flat earthers as well, that are jerks. So, happens in every group.
Yeah. Like they hide within the flat Earth community, and they're
rotten apple, so to speak. Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I don't know. Anyway,
right. It's weird.
Sometimes what?
Happen to just drop dead. It's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
Happens.
There's a bunch of people asking me, Patricia, like how do you stay so young? Like, how do you stay so young? What's the secret?
The blood of virgins. But
oh boy.
Really it?
Oh boy. Oh shit. Somebody's gonna take that out of context. But
we're not supposed to talk about that, Patricia.
Who?
I know. Like, if you guys follow like Stu Peters, he's like a shock jock guy, but he's like actually sort of breaking the spell of like actually being able to talk about actually what we should be talking about, which is like, if you're in a war, you have to know who your enemies are, and usually it's the people you can't talk about, right? So
right.
Like hide amongst like other people.
Right.
I went through the whole Fall of the Cabal thing with she did the whole series, and like she actually laid it out really well. It's like these were the old Silk Road bandits. They used to steal people's identities, pretend like they were them, and then like steal their stuff and move along and like actually pretend like they were somebody else. That's what we're dealing with. I mean, we're dealing with a small group of people, and they're connected to like the deep state in Rome. They're connected to like a couple other things, but it's the same Bolsheviks that keep getting kicked out of every single country they've ever like been in. Like every single time, it's like over and over and over again. It's like, when are we going to learn this? When are we going to understand this? It's like,
well, individual people could learn it, but the governments aren't going to ever learn it, and they're the ones that make all the policies. So this is an individual journey. Everything.
The Russians told them choose between Christianity or Judaism, or going into Israel. They chose going in with the Jews. They weren't Jews. They're Khazarians. They're the Silk Road bandits. They're just assholes. They don't give a fuck about anybody. Maybe they're the line of Cain. I don't know. But like everybody, we need to learn how to talk about this stuff, because if we can't talk about the very people that are like putting the stamp down on your head, aka banking, deep church, all that stuff, then what do we have? We don't know who we're guarding ourselves against. And people are starting to figure out how to talk about it without like being afraid that they're anti-Semitic or like all this stuff. It's like, I'm not anti-Semitic. That's stupid. Like, I'm an anti-asshole. If you're being an asshole, I'm that. But like, these guys, they hide behind people. The Khazars hide behind people. The Bolsheviks. It was the same fucking thing. They started World War II. It's just this happened, and they hide really well, and they pretend that they're somebody else. But they're Zionists, plain and clear. And here's the other thing. I'll leave you with this. It's like, is Donald Trump Zionist? Is his BP Zionist? Like, they went to the Wailing Wall and did like the whole hand on the wall.
I think Donald Trump is a Zionist for sure. He's going to be meeting with Netanyahu in a little while and probably be promising him more money to kill more people.
So are we running to the ultimate double cross? Like MAGA is going to get double crossed and be like,
we probably are going to have the show shut down. Not that I am afraid of talking about these things, because I'm agreeing with what you're saying. But Ixnay on the Zionist J. How do you say that in Pig Latin?
Yeah. I mean, is it illegal to say Zionist like on a?
No, I think we can say Zionist. Actually,
I think we're okay there.
Yeah, we're okay. But I get what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, and I think like it's really important to like other people to remember. It's like if you look at this Talmudic thinking, like it is written in their Talmudic thinking that if you're not of that thinking, that you're goy, you are lesser than them, and
it's okay to steal from the goy. It's okay to kill the goy. Yes.
And they're raised up by this. They're indoctrinated. They don't even know any better. They don't fucking know any better. They just believe that shit, right? Yeah. So like, if you really want to look at it, guys, identify the enemy. You got like these bankers. They live in this world. They look certain ways, but they're not part of this thing. They just hide. Yeah. They just hide amongst the others, and they're really good at it. And they've done it apparently for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. So like, this is nothing about anti-Semitism. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with like, hey, Jews, you've got people hiding in your ranks that you need to fucking flesh out. And it's your job. Sorry. I should not.
That's all right.
I love you guys. I'm getting off.
Okay.
I knew my lip was going to go. Okay. Bye.
I was it. That's Alex Lowry, by the way. He does a wonderful theme song at the end of the show.
And I liked what he brought up as a topic, but we have to take more calls.
We do. Unfortunately, it is a call-in show.
Let's talk about Catholics now.
Let's see who else we can offend. Let's do. You know what? Let's pick up
equal opportunity offender.
Let's pick up Jerome and hear what he says. 518. Jerome, what's happening?
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Patricia, Mark, Peanut. I kind of agree with Lowry on that because I've read about that before, and they had to make a choice because they was gonna get wiped out either by the Christians or the Muslims in the Khazar Mountains. So they had to pick a choice, and they picked a neutral. I'll say a neutral religion. I'll put it like that. But I wanted to ask a couple questions about eclipses.
Sure.
For both models.
Okay.
Okay. They say the moon is going around the globe every day.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking, shouldn't there be a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse every day somewhere on the Earth?
Yes and no. First off, Peanut wanted to clarify, technically it takes 27 days for the moon to go around. However, there are eclipses you're right. There are eclipses all the time in different places, but since the world is 3/4 water, we don't see it. And 90% of the population centers are on the coastlines. So there's all sorts of fun stuff that happens that there's just nobody around to see it. Believe it or not. Why? Is that going to help a little bit?
Okay, because I was kind of confused about that one, and this one right here for our map.
Mm-hmm.
When does the sun speed up fast enough to eclipse the moon in our model?
Exactly, I don't know. I'd have to look at I know that Rob Skiba worked on the early versions of it, and I know it's in the app, on the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. But
I'm gonna have to look at.
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers.
Okay.
But do I believe the sun speeds up or slows down? That was proposed by Rob Skiba. I'm not going to discount it. You'd have to get away with a lot of trickery when you were building this place.
Yeah. This is true. I just wanted to shout out Mr. New Mexico because I wanted to say this a couple weeks ago when y'all was talking about cartoon characters.
Mm-hmm.
He just mentioned Roadrunner tonight. I have a Marvin the Martian T-shirt that I've had for over 30 years.
Yeah.
He's my favorite cartoon character.
He's a great character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had that hairbrush
or
that brush thing on top of his helmet.
He's got that it's like he's wearing a Spartan cap.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
A Spartan helmet.
Yeah, he's a great character.
Yeah, that's my favorite character. That's all I wanted to know. Shout out to you, Mark, Patricia, Peanut, Karen, Jan, of course, Mr. Vagabond Shoes. I'll see y'all soon.
Okay.
Down in Spartanburg.
Groovy.
And y'all have a nice evening.
All right. You too, man.
Bye.
See ya. Have a good one.
Hmm.
Let's pick up. We haven't talked
From
to him.
talking about Zionism to Marvin the Martian. You get it all here. This show.
We do cover a lot of ground. This is
Yes, we do.
true. Let's do 504 out of New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening? Hopefully his reception's good. What's happening, Dennis?
How's the reception? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I know I usually talk too much, so I had several shout-outs, but I'll just cut to the main thing. The book I wanted to get Brian Burton. I'm talking about America's Final War by Andrei Martyanov, the Russian military analyst, which is published by Clarity Press. I think it's already out, but it's due to go on sale through Amazon next month. Anyway, I had a quick quote from it. Let's see. He says, Russia's special military operation exposed the U.S. and NATO forces as armies stuck in the 1990s, still viewing the world from that vantage point. The massive destruction of the West's high-cost weaponry ensued, annulling their vaunted superiority. Western armaments have performed dismally and proved unready for what has become the largest military conflict in Europe since World War II. By 2023, the Kiev regime could no longer exist without the West's support, both financial and in war material. And by 2024, Russia has not just exhausted Ukraine, but it has also demilitarized NATO as a whole, exposing the industrial and the military impotence of the U.S. and its European vassals. The world balance of power has shifted to Eurasia.
Okay.
So
then.
I just, he's pretty outspoken. But I sent you his books before. I think I've sent you his 2017 book, Losing Military Supremacy.
Right.
Oh, I just a slightly different subject. I just was listening to Laurie. One thing he said about the Bolsheviks and their Zionists. If that's what he said, I have to take exception to that. He looks Lenin from all the rest on down. The Bolsheviks, I'm pretty sure they were always anti-Zionist. I'm not a fan of the Bolsheviks' atheism. I'm definitely not a fan of the Zionists in any regard, but I think the Bolsheviks were always anti-Zionist. Russia was at least nominally friends with the Arabs during the Cold War and such. Anyway, that's one shout out to Dan, Ballet Music Journey. I intend to be at the one-day conference August 10th in Lakeland, Florida, so I'll see him there, and at Flattoberfest. And I finally I talked to Peter Jarvio today, and he said that he's going to be at Flattoberfest also.
Awesome.
And that's all I got.
All right.
That was a quick call.
Well, thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it.
For me, it was. Appreciate it. We'll see it.
All right.
Bye,
Talk soon, Dennis.
Dennis and Nola.
Let's do. Do we have time? You know what? Let's squeeze in one more. We're going to squeeze in 702 from Vegas. I'll give you a couple minutes. 702, what do you got? And then I'll do 8.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey.
I was at Flattoberfest. I was the dude with the funny mustache waxed up.
Oh.
I talked to you for a minute.
Hard to forget a mustache like that. Yeah.
Did you use mustache wax or something?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. It was professional.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, so I've been ordering stuff because I want to start making my own Flat Earth custom T-shirts. So I was just curious what your T-shirt size was.
Mine is an XL, and Patricia's would be a small.
But I don't even wear T-shirts, so it's a waste of money for me.
She doesn't wear T-shirts, though.
I wear every color as long as it's black and no design on it.
I'm not really familiar with Patricia. Like I know of her, but I'm not familiar enough to know.
Oh, okay. All right.
What I would make a custom T-shirt for.
I just popped up
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago here in the Flat Earth world.
Right.
Decided to check.
Yeah, that was pretty much all I wanted to know. Like,
Okay.
yeah, because I had an idea for a T-shirt for you. So.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I will look for it, and if I get it, I will show it off on the show.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right, let's pick up. Yeah, might as well let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do 845 out in the East Coast. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it with DJ next week.
Nice. New York. With my vagabond shoes.
They're
Jerome,
long and
what's up?
stray. Yep.
Oh, man. Good show. A lot of interesting stuff, some good theories. You know, I'm kind of with you that if they fuck Red Team, and hello Patricia, hello Mark. If they fuck Red Team, right, and cause a controversy, like you said, that they have to fight this to the end, and like you said,
fight. I mean, that right there says
fight.
What they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm totally not trying to be offensive, but I am being offensive. The Bible thumpers are off the fucking chain. Everybody's like, Trump Jesus. Dude, I get it, but I don't get it. It's like out of control.
They really pulled the heartstrings with that whole fist pumping thing. They did it on purpose, just the way they can craft music that makes you cry in a movie. It's exactly that same.
Absolutely.
Magic.
And it's bullshit because protection detail, the principal has no fucking say. Wait. No. Shut the fuck up. We're getting you out of here. That's my job. I don't want to take a bullet. Are you stupid?
No.
Yeah. It's just so much bullshit. Like you said, it's theater for the world.
Yeah. And what Zulu was mentioning right there was that Trump had the Secret Service team stop dead in their tracks so he could pop up for a photo op. Not once, not twice, but three times.
Under the flag, perfectly.
Yeah, 3 times.
Right.
And if you guys want to have a comparison, look up, and I know Patricia disagrees with what happened, but the procedure at least was different, which was look up the Reagan attack in 1981, where once the shots were fired, they threw.
That would be normal. That's what you would do.
Yeah, you threw Reagan like a rag doll into that car, and before the camera could even pan back, that car was wheels screeching gone. It took them forever to get him down those stairs.
But Trump and the Secret Service, they all knew that that there was no danger.
Yeah, they would have carried him down those stairs physically.
The shooter got killed.
They would have
because there was no danger.
They would have physically picked him up and carried him to that car as fast as they could. They wouldn't have waited for it to back up.
Absolutely.
They would have taken him to it. They would have known where that car was. I don't want to get off on a jag. You know that's what I'm talking about. And again,
no, I hear you.
The iconic photo, which is now, again, the fact that they called the photo iconic within the first hour, the fact that it was everywhere within 1 hour.
Already, right?
The what?
Time magazine or some shit.
Oh, it's on the cover of everything.
On Time magazine, it's everything.
Every pastor I even heard of used it in their Sunday sermon. Every pastor had it up on the screen. That great man.
There you go. Yep. You know, and if you watch right when the bullet allegedly hits his ear,
right,
there's a woman directly behind him.
Yeah.
You know, in the background.
Right.
She totally looks like she smiles when the first shot goes off.
Yeah, I know that.
What's up with that?
I know that theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, the people behind the podium are all handpicked.
Cooper's delight.
Yeah, I mean, even in a normal day, the people behind the podium are handpicked and orchestrated in a certain layout, certain demographics. It's done with
just like a jury.
Yeah,
I want this person here, this person there, that person there.
Right. So, but
none of this was natural.
100%,
None of this was real.
Yeah. But the result, but it worked. Meaning, it got everybody so charged up.
For the masses, it works. Yep. That's all I hear. Everybody repeats the exact rhetoric. 1 minute, 57 seconds. 1 minute, 57 seconds. 1 minute. It's ridiculous.
Right.
It reminds me of Convid, how the brainwashing happened so fast, and people we thought were smart fell for it. And it was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Huh? And
a lot of them, though, was
disappointment in humanity, really.
I mean, peer pressure, I knew it was going to get a lot of people, because if you hit that drum hard enough and long enough, people will dance to it. You know, it's
yeah, but did we?
Well, we didn't, but that's because we're special.
Doesn't mean we're smarter, but somehow
they checked
we're
all the boxes.
Yeah, and by the way, that doesn't mean we're smarter. It just means that we caught on to something that other people didn't.
We can see.
Yeah.
We got the They Live glasses on permanently. There's no getting these things off.
Nice reference, Patricia. I'm proud of you for throwing that in there.
That's a good one. And you're right, the boys, come on. That was the name, Assassination Run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that too. I was like, get out of here. Really?
Yeah. And by changing the
predictive programming is crazy.
And by changing the title, that was actually marketing genius, which was you drew attention to the show by changing the title.
Of course.
Anyway.
What do we get to do with this world?
And what about? I don't know. It's not weapons free yet.
Not yet.
I'm relaxed.
You got some time.
I am rampage ready.
Good.
If necessary.
Good. Good.
So what's up with Canada? Like nobody's been talking about them. Aren't they going to have an election soon too?
It's Canada.
And Trudeau and that, I forget the other guy's name. But yeah, I was just wondering about that. Go ahead.
No. It's Canada, man. It's just not. They're not outrageous. It's a pretty tame place. I mean, like Michael. I don't like to quote Michael Moore, but you know he was in one of his movies. Like, look, Canadian news is boring compared to us. America, unfortunately, we hype up so much that when you watch Canadian news, oh no, it's slow. And
over here we've got World Wrestling Federation activities happening in the political arena.
Right? Yeah, Hulk Hogan introducing Trump. Yeah, tearing off his shirt.
Yes,
it's embarrassing.
Trumpsters.
Yeah, the Trumpomaniacs.
Embarrassing is Biden. That's it, Trumpomaniacs.
Trumpomaniacs. Gotta tell you, that's pretty catchy.
Fight.
Fight.
People think flat earthers and people who don't believe we live on a globe are the ones that are embarrassing. No, it's the normies that are embarrassing. Yeah. That's who's embarrassing.
You're absolutely right.
Hey,
you're 100% right.
Hey, Zulu.
Okay. Yep.
We gotta go.
Give me a quote. Give me everything.
All right. Canada is like a loft apartment over a really great party.
That's nice.
That's Robin Williams.
Nice. It's true. That's very good from Robin Williams. It's good.
Well, thanks to all the callers.
Wait. He's got to do his shout outs.
Go. I was just going to give a quick shout out. Sorry. Just shout out to you, Patricia, Mark, Karen B, Ice Queen, Jerome, Dennis. That was a really short call. Peanut Gallery, Brian Burton, Master Gunner, the chat, NDB, and BST tomorrow. Love you guys.
Right on.
All right.
So we will be here next week, same flat time, same flat channel. However, Patricia will not.
I won't be here. No, I will. I'll be back on the 27th of the next month.
Right. So DJ, the delightful DJ from LA, will be here. I'm sorry, Zulu. You sound like you had something else. What was it?
No, I'm just excited to have DJ for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
It'd be interesting.
Got it.
It'll be fun. And then you'll hate it, and then you'll wish I was back, and then I'll be back.
Well, I already wish you were back, but it's okay.
All right. So anyway, everyone remember, so you don't. And by the way, everyone that's in chat, please make note of this. So when other people that are new that are in chat next week, it's like, "Where's Patricia? Where's Patricia?" You can
pre-scheduled vacation. I can't.
It's not. There's no conspiracy. She's not gone. All right.
Right.
All right.
Quick. What?
So
Yeah.
I know people's like, is she dead?
I'm with Biden. We were both, all over the picture.
I knew it. I knew there was something. Okay. Say good night, Patricia.
Oh, good night.
That's it. That's all you
That's
had.
it.
All right. Say good night, Zulu.
Good night, Zulu.
All right. Peanut smokes a cloud of, I don't know what he's smoking. I really should. I know I should remember your brand by now, but I don't. Yeah. Roll credits. Hot sex. Good night, everybody. Oh, yeah. And by the way, the show ending song is by Alex Lowry, who you know.
Well, it is all nice and decent, slip of the crew. This is Mr. Cat and Sugar Ray riding through. Spread your love and fly, fly. Spread your love and fly, fly. Spread your love and fly, fly. Spread your love and fly, fly.
All around the world, statues crumble for me. Who knows how long I've loved you?
What we say?
Everywhere I go, people stop and they say, 25 years old, my mother, God rest her soul.
Lord of mercy.
I just wanna fly.
Where you want?
Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna fly.
Where you want? Where you try? Where you want?
Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby.
Here. Well, spread your love and fly. Yo me, oh my, spread your love and fly. Yo me for I, spread your love and fly.
Dance a little stranger. Show me where you've been.
Say what?
Love can make you hostage. Wanna do it again?
Word.
There's no time to think about the starting or the end.
Never.
We'll find out, I'm told. My mother, she told me so.
Yeah, you hear that?
I just wanna fly.
High.
Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna fly.
I come burning on the sky up so high.
Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna
Girl, you wing and fly. Where you want? Where you love you, baby girl, and me not tell no lie. And them way you me love you, water come on me eye. Just like a eagle in the air and a fly. Me not go love the girl, I'm go tell her bye bye. And girl, you wing and fly. Spread your love and fly. Chiquitita on the borderline.
all around the world, statues crumble for me. Who knows how long I've loved you?
Imagine.
Everyone I know's been brother, God rest his soul. I just wanna fly
like a bird in the sky up so high.